My Christian faith became real when I was in high school over at a little Methodist church over in Northeast Texas. I had two religious experiences that I felt when I was in high school. The first was when I became a Christian. The second was when I felt God calling me into the medical field, where I felt like God had just called me and said, "This is what I want you to do." The event that made the experiences become real was my first trip to Honduras. So I wrote to the Methodist Church, the General Board of Global Ministries, and when I graduated from dental school, and asked them if they needed a missionary dentist, and they said, "No, we're not sending out dentists right now." Actually, we said we're not sending out missionaries because of lack of funds. So when I graduated from dental school in 1974, I came to Allen, set up my dental practice. In 1991, a guy joined our church and said he and the associate pastor were going to go to Honduras. And I told him I'd always wanted to use my dental skills to help people in third world countries. So I went to Honduras with him, and that first trip changed my life. After that first trip to Honduras, and I realized that's what God had called me into the dental field to do, I came back to our church, and they offered disciple Bible study. And my wife had taken it before, but I had kind of refused to take it because of the amount of study it was going to take. But when I came back from there, I wanted to take it. I wanted to find out what Jesus had taught us to do. I retired about 3 years ago, and now my whole focus is on the House of Hope, the children's home in Honduras. When I was doing when I started doing dental trips, we would go back in there on the river and take about 2 days to get over there, and we would do dental work for 4 days and basically camp out, and then about 2 days to get back. First United Methodist of Allen has taken our nonprofit organization, Send Hope, to be a part of the DNA for the church. And we've always gotten funds from the church, and now we're packing food during Change the World weekend, the Kids Against Hunger food that we send to Honduras. The other things that I get a lot of support from people donating items and people that volunteer their time to help us load containers. The scripture that affects my life the most is the part where the scripture where John the Baptist was put in jail, and he's in jail, and he sends one of his disciples over to ask Jesus, "Are you the one that we were the Messiah, or am I to expect someone else?" And Jesus' answer wasn't, "Yeah, yes, I am the Messiah." He said, "Go back and tell John the Baptist that to see what's happening. The lame have been able to walk, the blind have been able to see." Basically, he said, the proof is in the pudding. And so I like to use that is to say, look at what's happening in Honduras, and look and see what people are doing there to help the children in Honduras.